Hello and welcome into GroomersTake. So how's everyone's Masters and NHL trade deadline, hangover slash blues slash gotta recharge the batteries, get them back to neutral? How's that going for everybody? Well, I hope it's going well because right now we are going to talk exactly that. Masters. Hideki Matsuyama, first Japanese man to win the Masters. Awesome. He played amazing. The first little bit you thought in the fourth round there he was going to choke, but he stayed composed. He was solid through the back nine, and he got it done. Way to represent Japan. I liked his caddy bowing to the course after putting the flag back in. I thought that was really, really, really cool. Xander Schauffele, boy oh boy, this guy's going to be very good. It's too bad that he kind of choked around a little bit on the front nine there, and then 16 when he put it into the water. That was it. All right, that was all she wrote. But you got to think, if he was able to hang around, what that would have looked like. Will Zalatoris, a rookie. We'll be saying his name a lot in the future. I think he's got a good career on him. Very smooth swing. I don't know anything about it. You know what I mean? I suck at golf, but kid's got a really smooth swing. And for that, he's skinny. It's almost see-through. But geez, can he play? It was cool to see. Jordan Spieth, he still hung around. He was there in the final round. Maybe just heated up at the wrong point for the round, but overall for the year so far, he's starting to turn it around. I think it's very cool. He's heating up a little bit. Bryson, where are you at, bro? You're nowhere. Again, the Masters does it to him. I'm glad that his thinking and his physics and everything wasn't good enough to beat Augusta in the Masters, nor should it be. Love watching him play. Also love seeing him fail. Sorry, bro. Corey Connors. Hey, Canadian. He had a few hiccups in that front. Holes 5 through 8, he gave up 5 strokes. He had that birdie on 2 with the eagle putt. Took the birdie. He had to be excited about that. And then all of a sudden, I wasn't seeing any shots from him on the broadcast. I thought, what the heck's going on? Well, yeah, 5 to 8, that would do that to you. And then he shot 2 under on the back. So yeah, Augusta is a tough one. And, I watch a lot of golf. I couldn't tell you everything about every course, but that 18th tee, that tee shot is so scary. It has to be perfect. You go too far, you're in the bunker. You go too far right and not long enough, you're going in the trees. That is the scariest tee shot of my memory that I think you'll ever see. I don't know. What do you think about that? All right. Hideki Matsuyama, you're the champion. 358, 59 more days till we do it again. And I can't wait for it. Shout out Hideki Matsuyama. Congratulations. Next. Okay, so we had the NHL trade deadline. I printed them all out. I looked at them all. But really, I just want to talk about, of course, what the Leafs ads were and what some other teams did to bolster their rosters going into the playoffs. Certain teams needed to do a bit more, and they didn't, but also hit on that a little bit. But the Toronto Maple Leafs additions on defense, Ben Hutton, a depth player, which you really like. I look at the roster right now, and of course, if there's an injury, he's the guy you want going in. I just didn't want to see Martin Marinson's face on the ice ever again. You don't want that. You can't have that if you're winning a Stanley Cup. I don't see Ben Hutton going in for anybody else that's healthy unless it's Travis Dermott. But then do you want to have Ben Hutton and Bogosian on the same line? I don't know how that'll work out. But Ben Hutton, good ad. David Riddick, another good ad. I mean, this is like a whole insurance policy in case Campbell or Anderson are injured. But really what Riddick is coming in for is he's the new Hutch. You'd rather have Riddick over Hutch. So, again, this is just a bit of an insurance policy. Depth in the crease is a very good thing to have. Nick Foligno. If you follow me on Instagram at groomers_take, I put my whole Foligno take up there for you to watch. So I won't dive into it too much here, but let's just say I really, really like the ad. And then Riley Nash just before the Foligno one on the Friday. Riley Nash, again, is a depth center. I think he's a banger. You could see him come into the lineup a little bit on the fourth line, but it's not going to be for Spezza. I don't think it's going to be for Simmons. I think it's going to be for nights when they give Joe Thornton nights off. because I think he will need that rest ultimately. But the Leafs looking good. I like the moves they did. What do you guys think? Would you want to see more? Would you want to see a little more depth defenseman or even a top tier defenseman? But they didn't give up any crazy assets. They didn't give up any roster players. So you gotta like what the Leafs look like moving forward. Let's keep going with other really nice additions around the NHL. Couples that I wrote down in the same division, that Eastern Division. I talked about how competitive it is. Well, Anthony Mantha, huge move. He's going to Washington. Yes, the Capitals gave up a lot, but I see Anthony Mantha being a guy that can score 30 goals every year for the next few years, at least the years while Ovi is still playing. So I think this is a wicked piece for Washington heading into the playoffs. I thought they would have done just a little bit more, but this is a scoring piece that they do get. Jeff Carter, the Pittsburgh Penguins, great fit. Carter's been there before. You see this a lot with the Pittsburgh Penguins when they picked up Hornquist a few years ago and he stayed there for a bit. I can see Carter staying. You can put him on the power play. Like I said, he's a veteran. He can do it all. I like that pickup. And then Taylor Hall, the Boston Bruins. Taylor Hall and Curtis Lazar. Taylor Hall, of course, they're hoping he can do Taylor Hall things, which is more so the point side of it and not what we really saw in Buffalo. He's a sniper. He's a goal scorer. You can put him in on the top power play somehow if you want to, depending on health on the blue line. You can put him on the second power play. And I think you'll see him maybe playing alongside David Krejci on the second line. But that's really good. And then Curtis Lazar, he's a banger. He's a young kid. And you're playing against Curtis Lazar and Nick Ritchie on the ice. Be prepared. Keep your head on a swivel for sure. David Savard to Tampa Bay. I believe we all had that one. That's a piece that just makes the most sense. Tampa didn't need to do that much. But you look at David Savard and what he can do for that blue line, it's absolutely perfect. And then some little depth pieces in that same division now. Florida did a lot of great moves. They didn't get rid of Dreger. You don't need to. I don't see him ultimately being there in the future. But unless you're getting that goalie return back is what I thought they would maybe have done with Bernier going there. But Bernier stayed put. But Florida adds Lucas Wallmark, Brandon Montour, and Sam Bennett. Wallmark depth, Sam Bennett depth. Bennett wanted out of Calgary, and now he got it. Fresh start for him. He could maybe fit in well there. And Brendan Montour, when Buffalo picked up Montour, they were hoping for a lot more. And, just like everything else Buffalo's done, they didn't get that. They didn't get what they were expecting. So Montour, Florida, I like it a lot. Other quick ones around the NHL before we get out of here. Nice little quick pod today, or quick episode. Eric and Branson to Nashville. Nashville looks like they could be that fourth team in that Central or whatever division to make the playoffs. So they had a little depth, a little grind, and didn't do anything else, but good for them. Jordy Ben to Winnipeg, sure, but Winnipeg failed here. They needed to add another defenseman, maybe two more defensemen. The talking head said it, and I said it too. And that's just what should have happened. Winnipeg, I believe, is the second best team in the North, but this isn't enough. Jordy Ben is not enough. Eric Gustafson to Montreal. Love this pickup for Montreal. Gustafson went from Chicago to Philly. Nothing's really working in Philly. Gustafson can bring some points. You got to teach him how to play a little bit of defense a bit more. But I like the pickup. Dmitry Kulikov to Edmonton. I would have bet money that they were going to get Mike Hoffman at the deadline. Another winger that could score, and they didn't do it. They got a little bit of help on the blue line with Kulikov, but again, it's not enough. And I thought they also would have been on some sort of goalie moves as well, because I don't think Mike Smith is going to hold out for as long as the playoffs can go to win a Stanley Cup. Carl Soderberg to Colorado and Devin Dubnyk to Colorado. Big fan of that. We're seeing these teams adding depth. The Vegas Golden Knights added Janmark. These top teams, they know who they are. The NHL knows who they are, and everyone's just bolstering their rosters. That's it. It was quick. It was fun. Masters is gone. Trade deadline's gone. Let's get this NHL playoffs going now. I want to see it. I want to see these top tier teams compete against each other. I'm tired of the regular season. Let's get the playoffs going. All right, Adam Groom, Groomers Take. Thanks for tuning in. See you later.